We are heading back from the qualifiers, and a decent day. Cold. Oh my God, it was bitter cold. Woke up to some horrible news that the premier is thinking of locking down the entire province for 30 days. Now, for our American clients, that is probably a huge shock to you. It actually is a huge shock to me. I don't want to get into politics or the medical side of it. At the end of the day, it puts me in a very, very tough, precarious position. They're also talking about shutting the schools after March break. Now, the March break here for us, for our younger kids, was moved to April 12th, I believe. And I'm hearing rumblings that after the 12th, they're going to shut the schools down. So here's the thing. The angry, frustrated Anthony McDonald wants to move everything right now, wants to move all the horses that are not Ontario breds across the border to Northfield Park right now. I'm going to have to take a look at it, because the reality of the situation is that Anthony McDonald lives with another McDonald, 4 other McDonalds, and it impacts our future greatly. Would it be the end of the world? No, we could probably rent a place, and the kids and Amy would have to fly over and sneak them across the border, and I could go across and get my B1, and we could begin racing and training the babies down there. That would mean that a big load of responsibility would be on James to manage everything here, and to our trainers, whether it be Mario, Jason, and Cindy, have some horses here, and Harry, to get those horses. Now, what we're talking about is a very large amount of horses. So it's not something I can walk back. So once we do it, it's done. And if my biggest concern is this, they told us 2 weeks at Christmas it was 7. So now if they're saying 4, do they mean 4? Can they realistically say 4? Or is there 4 and it's like, we'll see how it goes? To me, as a business owner, that's unacceptable. And I know there's a lot that goes into those decisions. This isn't just, I want to be mad, but I know that there's a lot of dangerous things going on in Ontario. Keep in mind, this is not the U.S. Vaccinations aren't being pounded into everybody's arms, left, right, and center. For just so you know, Jason has an appointment. 4 years younger than me, has an appointment to get his vaccination in Ohio next week. So me getting a vaccination won't be a problem. I would hope, as I said to Amy, if we do go over to Ohio and get vaccinated over the next 4 weeks, they're going to have to say, okay, you show up with a proof of vaccination and a negative test, you don't have to quarantine. Okay, fine. Then that's how it'll be for the summer. It impacts a lot of our people that we brought horses home. We brought White Tiger home to race him. The gentleman that owns Donadover just qualified today. All the 3-year-olds just qualified today. How do we keep them race tight when we're not allowed to be at Mohawk because of a gray lockdown zone? These are all very, very, very complex and difficult situations, and very difficult for me to answer. I missed the tack shop. What is wrong with me? How do I need to go to the tack shop for? We're not racing right now. Obviously, I had 1 week. Had 1 week where I didn't have this crushing amount of stress laying on me. Last week it was the financial side of getting the mail put together, then lining up people to help me get everything paid for the staking, because the mail wasn't here. Shocking. Now I got through that. It's just a massive weight off my shoulder, and I slept great for the last 4 or 5 days. Everything was good. Horses were racing good. Everything looked good. Now this different elephant decided to sit on my chest, and I'm left making some extremely, extremely difficult decisions. So, quite frankly, as many of you know, I drive the bus, whether it be at the stable or with my wife at home. This is a very, very big decision to make, one that is going to affect a lot of people, and most importantly, my family. So, just give me a little space to figure this out. Nothing is going to take place today from the stable standpoint. If they do, in fact, cancel the races starting Sunday, then we will make adjustments as we have to. But we are going to have to take it in stride. So that's out of the way. 5 minutes of talking about what could happen, what will happen, what might happen. really no definitive answers for you. I will have them quickly, though. I guarantee you this stable, the largest stable in Canada, will pivot quicker than most every other stable in Canada. Very quickly. And I want to make sure I make the right decision. So that's where we're at. Now, on to the qualifiers today. The reality, things I can give you that were concrete today were 6 qualifiers. I wasn't disappointed with anybody. I found good and bad in a lot of things, so we're going to go through all of them. First qualifier out on the track was who's the first one we went with? Donadover was second. Oh, Cyros Blue Chip. He was the most disappointing today, and not his fault. I was happy with what I saw. The drifting, he's got too much stuff. We have too much stuff on the inside of him. I think we just hang him up like a normal horse. Minor amount of vet work. I think he's good, but I found him flat. This is a horse that James trained in 2-1 at the farm. Keep in mind, remember, I always tell you that this track at our farm is short. You shouldn't be able to go faster at Tomiko Training Center than you can at Mohawk. It's impossible. So, I think he was a little flat. Want to scope him. Wouldn't doubt you're going to see maybe a little redness in there, maybe a little inflammation in there. I'm not too concerned. The horse I trained 2 weeks ago at the farm, I don't care about the speed or what he did not feel the same as the horse today. On the left line, a little more than he needs to be. I think just a little head pull on the left. We can race him at any track in the world. There's a horse we could send to Saratoga or Buffalo if it worked. So a little easy remedy for Cyros Blue Chip. Next was Donadover. Just wanted to nurse him around. I got back 18 football fields from the lead. He was flying down the lane. Those are 3 good horses. Warri Rue was there. Nylander, who was headed to the Hamiltonian, I think, last year at one point. They were talking. Really nice horse. James drove him for the Stacys. And then Combs Hanover, another nice horse, took American 53 as a 3-year-old. Those were 3 horses I was coming to. I don't know about Rue, but the other 2 I was definitely coming to down the lane. Donadover was good. Saw a few little things we can change. I think he's fine, but again, now what? You know, if they I don't want to talk about that. We're done talking about that. Third qualifier at the track was Barbie's Crown. Not a good day. A good day for Barbie. Cold, windy. I was surprised with the faster last quarters because there was a fairly, and don't take my word for it, just watch the videos, watch the flags. There was a pretty significant headwind. 2, 2, and 4. Last half in 1, 1. Last quarter in 30 seconds flat. I was impressed. I was happy with Barbie's Crown today. I talked to Steve, say we're going to make a few little changes. I didn't want to race her at London. I wanted to get a decent line on her and get a good look at, hey, how does Barbie's Crown look without turns to worry about, without the stress of racing on a half? She's a bigger, lankier filly. What do we got here? I was happy with what I saw from Barbie's Crown today. So, good for her. Let's grade them. Cyros Blue Chip, B-, C. I'm going to give him a C, but I think there was some physical issues going on there. Nothing we can't rectify. Donadover was a B+. Barbie's Crown was a B+. I think who I'm going to give top marks to for the day was the next one. So Adrenaline Rush, flip-flops on up front. Now, I know that Kevin was in the midst of taking all the flip-flops off the horse, so this is just a transitional issue. You guys may or may not know what flip-flops are. There's a shoe with the pad on it. Adrenaline Rush absolutely cannot race right now over Mohawk with flip-flops. You saw him leaving the gate. Pat, one of our clients, said, what did he do leaving the gate? He got out of gear because he was spinning his wheels. And you saw me climbing over the second and third horse coming out of the turn, yet when I moved him over and gave him his head, it wasn't like the usual horse where he kind of hangs out. He was slipping a bit. So I think we get those off, put full swedges or aluminums on them. I would have liked to qualify him again in a perfect world. So I don't know where that's going to lead to. But he's ready to go, and I was very happy with him. I'm going to give him a B. A B. I was happy with him. Can't muscle me. Little grabby coming out of the gate. I kind of kept her too wide in the turn and let her float over to the front. Most importantly, I just wanted to get her qualified. 2-2, last quarter in 30 seconds, last half in a minute 3/5. Good mile for her. I don't really know the 2 horses that beat me, but I was happy with her. I think we can work with that. That's a good mile for that filly. Trotting really clean. Harriers are great. I'm giving her a B+. And then Better's Hope come out in the track. I said going out in the track, he lift his tail. I can almost guarantee you this horse has some form of VPM or something like that. That probably Baycox would help. So we're going to look to maybe Baycox, and we did last year Baycox him a little bit. We're going to Baycox Better's Hope a little bit, do a little vet work. What I saw was a horse that wanted to come forward down the lane. Now again, we have a lot of stuff on the inside. The only thing I think hindered him, one, was the fact that he didn't seem strong in his tail area, which would be, as I said, that Baycox would help. 2, a little bit of vet work needs to be done on this horse. 3, I think that he's just brushing that inside knee. I think it bothers him in the turns more than anything. So maybe put that little one-arm go straight on the right side just for a little while. I like where his hobbles are. I like the way Kevin had him set up and the way he's going. A few little tweaks with this guy. I like what I saw. I'm going to throw a little projection. I'm giving him a B+. Bettor's Hope got a little rolly in the turns, a little rolly down the lane, but I think we can fix the vast majority of those wrinkles. I didn't see a problem with this horse, say, sitting behind him. Now, I haven't watched the videos. I can't tell you what it looked like optically on the video, but I can tell you, sitting behind all the horses today, I felt confident with all of them. None of them wowed me. None of them were fantastic. Can't wait to race this horse. I was happy with all of them. All of them. I don't know if you can see right now, but it's snowing. That's how cold it is right now. At noon in Ontario, on April the 1st, it is snowing with a stiff east wind. It's a cold day. So I was happy with everybody. I am very concerned about what is going to take place, both for, and I'm going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. You're my friends, my partners, colleagues in the biggest fractional ownership stable maybe in the world for horse racing the way we have it set up. But my family is still first and foremost, and I'm really worried about what's going to take place. I know my wife tossed and turned last night. She's been in great spirits for weeks. Tossed and turned last night, and I just don't know. I mean, if Anthony McDonald was single, you would have seen luggage in the back of my car right now. I'd be gone, and setting up the horses to move shortly thereafter. But there's a lot at play. So please just give me a little time. There's no point in sending me an email and saying, what are we going to do now? I'm on it. I've been on it since supper time when I heard the rumblings yesterday. I've been on it since 11 o'clock last night when I saw the official press release from the government. And I'm still on it. So we have a number of plans floating. It could be anywhere from everything that is not Ontario will be leaving here right away. That's a possibility. And it could be, hey, we're going to leave some here and try and get them ready and have our horses best we can and hope that 4 weeks is 4 weeks, if in fact that's what's about to be announced. I'm going to leave as little to chance as possible. I think that's the fairest way to put it to you. I'm going to try and devise 2 or 3 plans, talk to my wife, figure out what she does. She's very worried right now, right? Kids in school. So a lot of concerns going on right now, both at home and at the barn. Nothing that really will negatively impact the stable as a whole. Yes, we have to, I think a horse like Osopine, I don't know what's in the Buffalo Open. I want to hide him. I want to put him in places where he's going to beat up on horses for a while and then bring him back to Ontario. Brave World, same thing. Is there a spot for him in Buffalo? Keep him close to home, race for some decent money, start putting some numbers on the board. That's what we're going to try and do. I'm not really concerned. There's spots for all those horses that can fit. The other ones are the ones I'm worried about. What do we do with Syros Blue Chip? Saratoga? Buffalo? Batavia? Whatever they're racing? I have no idea. Those are the questions that I'm going to be up all night and all afternoon trying to answer for myself and then bring to you. So, for today, let's focus on what we know for sure. We need 6 good qualifiers. Babies are training good. Everything looks good right now. That's for sure right now. What's going to take place at 1:30 and thereafter? I'll absorb it all. We'll talk it out. I'll make some firm decisions, and you can be sure we won't be flat-footed for long. So, cold day, good day at the qualifiers. Good luck to everybody racing today. We're all going to be watching a couple of horses south of the border for sure. A little good luck could go a long way today. So I will talk to you all soon. Take care. And for those of you I didn't get to reach out, Rooney Blue Chip, great race last night. Good job by Jason. That's the best I've seen Rooney Blue Chip. He somehow has eluded sale, but keeps racing like that. I guess who cares? Who was the first one that raced yesterday? And Captain's Made. Wow. 27-3 on the end in the mud. Great job. Harry had her ready to go. She raced good. She was fit. That's a big mile, and that was a good horse that beat her. That horse went in 53 in the last division. 7 starts, 6 in the top 2, I believe, for the one that won it. We were coming to her down the lane. I'm sure she was wrapped up, but Captain's Made race good. Great job by Tim, Aaron. Good luck to everybody tonight. I will talk to all of you very, very soon.